I know one year, um, like there was an act that donated their whole like the money they got to perform at the cruise. They donated their whole thing. So it's definitely a lot of partying for a purpose.
For sure.
Shouts out to all of the old heads that decided to show up at the 2000s hip hop concert.
Yeah,
If
hey.
you was 60 and over, make some noise.
There we go. Mad Melly Mel playing. You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but the funny thing about it, the funny thing about it is it wasn't gonna be no Melly Mel there. Wasn't gonna be that. No, it was gonna be the GS boys, Stanky Leg, do Stanky Leg.
Okay.
Petey Pablo, who
Okay.
oddly enough, and is pause, but the first person I thought about when I heard him do this was you, actually, because of what because a performance we did, and we was like, "Yo, why is homie rapping over the whole College Dropout album?"
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
I actually remember this.
Yes. So Petey Pablo, one of his first songs in his set was him rapping over "Not Like Us."
No, no, come on, Petey, don't do that.
Yes,
not, not, not when yours didn't go viral. Don't do that.
yeah, and I was like, hmm. Yeah, I remember that time dude rapped over like, but I was like, I think it was like something that I think it was like a lyric that like, but yeah, he decided to make his own 16 to that, and there was a couple of songs that he rapped that I was like, I ain't never heard these Petey Pablo songs. This is,
Mm.
I think you would have to have the album or be from North Carolina. That I heard the song, but then when he did, North Carolina, go and raise up. I was like, okay, I
Yeah,
know this song.
yeah.
It was matter of fact. I told shouts out to podcast tag team champion A plus. I told him I was like, yo, this must have been on the Death Row project because I don't know these. I don't know
Yeah.
these songs. Who else? Sean P, which I was telling you
Hmm.
after before we started. Sean P from the Youngbloods should
Hmm.
have went solo after Snap Your Fingers.
Yeah,
Should have.
absolutely.
And that performance proved it. I will say
Really.
today, I will say today, and not feel any way, shape, or form how anybody disagrees with me. I will send this clip to Mike Jones, and Mike Jones can get into a debate. Sean P could have been at most a B level rapper if he would have went solo.
Oh yeah, that's nobody should be arguing that. Hey, listen, after look, we were there. So I want people first before let's qualify this. This is 2005, so literally 20 years ago, literally around this time, 20 years ago, when Young Dro and Maceo were ruling the radio charts with Shoulderland and all that, because we know y'all got it like '06, but if you're in Atlanta, you get it early. I remember the first time Snap Your Fingers came on and the chilling in the VIP and we getting crunk. Niggas pop bottles, bitch getting drunk. I remember what the club did that day. I remember what that. And I was like, oh wow. I was like, is he like the nigga out here? Because I mean, hey, look, they own this. So I thought Sean P was gonna go solo then. It definitely would have made sense. Like where Future's run happened, I expected his to be like right before that. So
Yes.
yeah, I'm just as surprised as you because he was definitely tier B. And
Yeah.
when we say tier B, that means that tier A was Outkast and T.I. and Jeezy.
Yeah. Yes. Like I was sitting there listening. I didn't expect to stay for his set. Let me just say this.
Mm,
Cause I was like, what he gonna rap that I mean, I know what he's gonna rap that I'll be interested in.
yeah.
But I ain't never seen him perform. I ain't never
Mm,
so some to hear rap 85 live,
mm. Yeah, because he snapped on that.
yeah.
You went crazy on that.
I said, oh, he messed up. That's how he messed up. He definitely should be. I'm not gonna say T.I. because that's tier A to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Outkast, Future, or I'll even move Future off of this. I'll say like Outkast, T.I. I'll put them as tier A. Future, I will go after them, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He would be tier B. Like, he would be that nigga that ain't as big as them, but when that nigga drop, it's like...
Yeah. Because obviously the lane was open because T.I. was pushing for Big Country King. And that was the window right there. It's like, look, I just dropped the King album, but you better do something for Sean P. Do something. And he did.
Yeah. I would love to have a conversation with an Atlanta person, a hip hop after 2004 conversation with an ATLian to talk about not only the Outcasts and the T.I.s and the Bone Crushers and the Little Scrappies and the Franchise Boys, but to talk, and Jeezy, but to talk about the Jody Breezes, to talk about the Sean P's, the Young Bloods, the Jim Crows, and some of those people like that. Like, I would love the Macios, like how we went down there. I tell everybody we moved the weekend that Thug Motivation came out, but all we heard on the radio was this damn song Next Sale Church.
Yeah.
And we heard Ho Sit Down. Like,
yeah.
Where are those songs here? When is that project coming out?
Right.
I remember purchasing the bootleg of Jody Breezes. That I don't think ever came out. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I saw that song with Jazzy Faye because I don't think that project was the same one as what they was trying to drop. But yeah, man, no, Atlanta changed my whole perspective on what a local artist is. Because they was ringing off.
Yeah, like, and it was good. Like, it wasn't just like support me because I'm a local rapper, and like it's just like, but this shit huff.
Right, right. The mothers was in the midnight set with all the legends. I was like, oh damn, and the crowd was going crazy.
Yeah. Who else was the East Side Boys? I was telling Kemp that I was hoping for Bo Hagen to pop out. I was hoping to hear Bo Hagen say, "Who am I?" Bo Hagen being me represented, but it wasn't. So I was like, told the wife, "We leaving." No, what was the point? But I also planned on pitching something just to see how that rung off. Even Stanky Leg. Like, I don't know any other song from the GS Boys other than Stanky Leg. And I didn't know they were the performers. I never even heard their names. Like, when they started doing Stanky Leg, I was like, oh, them niggas. Like, but if that worked for us, I need to see a 1 p.m. set. 1 a.m. Excuse me. This is 1 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. I need to see a 1 a.m. set with Do or Die, Twister, Crucial Conflict, Shauna.
Oh, yeah. That and for me, I want you throwing Cap 1 on there.
I mean, you kind of can.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and look, if the GS Boys can get out there, you know what I'm saying? They love that. Should at least get some love. Version of the hook. You know what I'm saying? Cat 1. Shut the Cat 1, man.
I don't blame you at all. But hey, if you did that for Atlanta, you could do that for us.
You know what I'm saying?
I have the numbers. We were between 2 and 3. Chicago, I need to see that. And Do or Die, oddly enough, Do or Die for Do You, a damn near 20, 30-year-old song? Damn near 30-year-old? It's a 30-year-old song damn near at this point. Keke Palmer says somebody asked her what's one of her favorite songs, and she said that. She rapped it word for word. Next thing you know, Do or Die's doing a video for a song that's damn near 30 years old, and then they end up on Chance's album, and then they like, hey, Twister, join the remix.
Yeah. Because why not? This is what we do.
So Poe Pippin at 1:30 a.m.? Oh, sign me up.
Yeah. Oh, I had we had this question. It was me and Gilbert, by the way. Shout out to Gilbert.
Oh shit.
But what is but it's actually going to be a really great question. What do you say? Because you're actually from Chicago. what do you say is the song? Like if the song was like the flag of the city, what would that song be?
Adrenaline Rush. I say this all the time. It's Adrenaline Rush.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I don't put. This is nothing against Kanye. This is not. Let's just say this is nothing against Kanye. But when I hear Kanye and put Chicago in it, I hear Through the Wire. That's it. And maybe Jesus Walks. But I hear that. Not this is not saying Kanye enough. It's just when you talk.
Yeah, no.
When I hear this song, I automatically think of The Place.
Yes.
Through the Wire is the closest we have to that.
Okay.
But then after that though, I put 3 songs in the equation. There's Adrenaline Rush.
Okay.
There's Pope Pimp. And there's Hey.
Okay. Fair.
I remove Hey because even though that's the crib, it's when you think of Hey, even though it's a reason behind the song, you think still country. Yeah. So it's Pope Pimp or Adrenaline Rush.
Yeah.
I go to Adrenaline Rush anytime somebody asks me this question.
Okay.
To me, that feels, smells, listens. That is Chicago at that time.
I got you.
That's the song that I think of.
This is awesome because without hesitation, I said Pope Pimp. Even though I heard Adrenaline Rush first. And I said, and we were having this conversation because he was like, well, what's that song for Houston? I was like, it's Still Tipping. Like Still Tipping is the song where when the beat hits, I automatically think of Houston. So when the beat hits on I Go Pope Pimp every time, I was like, it's like the national anthem of Chicago to me.
I wish Brando was here for the Houston joint.
Yeah.
Because if it's a song, I'm going Still Tipping.
Yeah.
But if it's just music, it's June 27th, whatever that.
Where all the samples came from.
Right. So if it's song, it's Still Tipping. And see, that's the same like Ghetto Boys, Houston. My mind playing tricks on me. I don't hear Houston. I didn't even know these niggas was from Houston.
Yeah.
I know them niggas doing Still Tipping from Houston.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
It made me want to go to Houston. You know what? They doing that in Houston. Houston sound like a bigger Mississippi to me. Like, that's why I like Houston's a bigger Mississippi to me. It's like Mississippi with a budget. With a
hey, bags though.
So no, I get that. But and I'm glad we're having this conversation even before we get into the wrestling part. This is what I was telling people, that I miss regional music.
Yeah.
Like I am thankful for what Kendrick did because it made me want to go to listen to music like that. And then when he did the concert, it was like, oh shit, who is P. Worthy? Who is Jay Worthy? Them the same niggas? Meet the Whoops. And now I'm riding down Plainfield sounding like it's Minister Society coming out my goddamn car.
Yeah.
It's not sounding like LA sounding like somebody else. Now I'm listening to all of these niggas. Like I miss regional music, and if anything, that's what that concert, that set made me realize. Like, nah, man, stop sounding like niggas.
Yeah, regional sound is super important.
It made me appreciate Detroit music more.
Yeah, hey,
I like that shit.
Listen, listen. I will one thing because my wife hates Detroit music too, by the way. But I'll be like, but they original though, like all of them. Like, hey, my man's right now, Bruiser Wolf, he fire.
Right, that's
Bruiser Wolf fire.
He might be the only person that I can listen to. Shouts out to Andrew Barber at Fake Short Drive. I think he actually manages him.
Oh, really?
Now. Yeah,
but Andrew Barber,
he's like the only person. But everybody else be on that. I went to the store, grabbed me a candy bar. I was about to get shot, but it was very far. Like that shit, like I'd be like, at first I was like, man, get this shit out of here. But then I'm like, but that's they shit. I can't even be mad at it. I
Yeah.
can't be mad at it at all. That's Detroit. I can't tell Detroit. I can't tell Detroit your shit suck.
Right. Because that's
It's
they
your
sound
shit.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shout out to G
so,
Mac Cash too.
yeah, like them niggas
Our
be like,
haircut. I'm about to pull a
boom,
lot of
boom.
holes in these haircuts.
Yeah, I mean, I get it now. Let's just say I understand it.
Yeah,
It's not
for
gonna be
sure.
heavy in the rotation, but there's some bruiser probably is the only one right now that I can listen to and be like, okay, we got something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Now we start going down the rabbit holes like,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, there's always some that you can just instantly eject, but but it's Detroit though. I will say, whatever sound they choose to use, whether it's the T Grizzly sound or the Big Sean sound or the Bruiser Wolf sound, like somebody sound different. Hey, even the Slum Village T3 in them, like even that sound is different. But then you got
Yes.
people like Elzai that exists, and it's like, oh wow, okay, so don't play with him.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, so I get it. I get it. That's what that concert made. Like, I miss regional music. I miss
mhm.
us. I miss listening to somebody and saying, "Oh yeah, that's Chicago."
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
We don't get that. Like, now, I guess the closest to that is drill, and I
yeah.
do not want to get into a conversation about that because then all of the old niggas gonna be like, "I hate drill music. It's
Yeah,
bad for the community," and then
yeah,
there's gonna be some niggas that are my age that are drill artists that's like, "Get your lame ass up out of here," and then it's gonna be like a Chicago Civil War between
yeah.
drill and not drill. I'm gonna have my homie boy Illinois come out and tell me how this shit is harmful to the kids. I'm like, I know, you know what I'm
You know what
saying,
I'm
but I
saying?
don't rap it, you know. You
Right.
made me feel bad that I played it on the show. Like, now I feel bad. Like, now it's a whole conversation about drill that's went from being sounding like Chicago to making you feel bad that you might have, you know, fucked up the
No.
community.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Watch what we promoting, brother. You know?
Right. You was a part of this, man. You was a part of this. You was a part of this. And if you would have been, you shouldn't have never played nothing. You was a part of this. Then I
Mhm.
don't want to be. I don't want to be a part of that conversation. And then I'll feel bad and shit. And then it's like, no, I sold
Hey,
drugs to the community. Like,
you know, when it's the underground, your music, your station, man. You know?
yeah, they. All right, so with that being said, hey, man, you right, man. It was y'all music. It was y'all station.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? I was doing my job. I got a job too. You know what I'm saying? You left. That's my favorite part. You left. The shit started going down here. What did you do? You moved
Mm.
out of all places. Washington D.C. I moved to St. Louis first. That make it even worse. I moved to St. Louis for a job. I don't give a shit. And next thing you know, hey, J. Maul Green did that to me too. You left. You left. So why should we listen to anything you talk about in the community? Like, God damn,
Jesus.
come on, you
He was
left.
really upset.
He was really upset. Like, you
Damn it.
left. Like, no, I won't even say nothing else. I won't
Right. I was
fuck
like, yo,
my
man.
fuck my automatic run. You know what I'm saying? Still fuck LaShawn K Ford though. With she's still a bitch in my eyes. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Or
No,
not.
that's a whole nother episode. But I told my wife that was the first time that I ever realized that teachers and authority figures look at kids like they ain't shit. They
Mm,
ain't gonna ever be shit.
yeah.
You know, so yeah. I actually did something with my life.
There you
And
go.
fuck him. And still to this day. Children, hold on to your dreams. Believe in love. Let love be the light to show
There you
you the
go.
way.
Talk to
Love
him.
will shine on you one day. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shouts out to Ouija or whatever that nigga name was. Shouts
Yeah.
out to the Spinners too. All right, let's talk about this wrestling as I look at this email from yesterday. Shouts out to Yanni.
Mhm.
So Saturday night's main event last night,
Yeah.
and it actually something that I didn't put in a rundown that I'm going to keep in mind
Mhm.
is how does this affect the big pay per view that's coming out in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Um, Because I don't think it did. But let's start at the top.
Yeah.
First match of the night, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes win with a little finessing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he lost, well, if he got DQ'd or counted out, Drew McIntyre would become the new undisputed champion. That didn't happen, but he did get Crossroads on like the belt. So if we look at that, our first thought is they gonna wrestle again. Do we need to see this shit though?
No, not at all. And I hope we don't see this again. I just like the seeds that were planted because for me, if you're going to make those stipulations, literally the night before, that was the opportunity for Drew McIntyre to win the belt. And honestly, I thought he was. I honestly thought Drew McIntyre was going to win a belt last night, and that did not happen. However, I do love the seeds of heel Cody doing whatever it takes to keep and maintain the title. I like that character element unveiling, and I'm curious to see if they do this again. Is this going to be a situation where they double turn in the middle of a feud, or is this going to be something where Drew McIntyre gets another "I told you" moment around the Royal Rumble?
As you already know, I am pissed, mad, and upset that Drew McIntyre loses the feud with Damian Priest. We don't see Damian Priest no more. Last time we seen Damian Priest got kicked in the... Well, no, he got burned. He got fire put in his eyes.
Yeah, the girl burnt him the last time I seen dude.
With the help of Lil Bit, Zelina Vega. And we ain't seen these motherfuckers. We've barely seen a goddamn vignette. So he loses the feud to Damian Priest, but then he ends up in multiple title matches with Cody Rhodes. I am already frustrated when it comes to that piece. With that being said, no, I don't need to see this shit no more. Unless they're going to get a belt to Drew McIntyre. Unless he's going to be a transitional champion. I don't need to see this no more. In fact, I'm getting irritated at the fact that we've had to talk about this shit right here. Because it's like, what is the goddamn point?
Yeah.
And if I'm Drew McIntyre, now I understand this is sports entertainment. You know what he's getting into. At some point, I'm gonna be like, damn, fam, that fuck am I? Wile E. Coyote and what's the Wile E. Coyote and Yosemite Sam? Like, hey, y'all just gonna keep throwing this shit in front of me, in front of the fans, and then me losing. Like, it's gonna get to a point where none of this shit gonna matter and nobody's gonna care. That's my thought on it. It's going to get to a point where we're going to continue to see this matchup right here. And we're going to be like, so he ain't winning. And it's not going to matter.
Yeah, no, I'm 1,000% with you. We've now watched Drew McIntyre for 3 years now lose every single feud and title. So what's the point? But yeah, I mean, look, and he's still obviously regarded as tier one. Because whenever there is a title match, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, Saturday Night's Main Event, or one of the marquee PLEs, he's in it. Or he's in a prime spot. He has one of the prime specialty matches. His name, if his picture's not on the poster, his name is. But yet he ain't won anything. And they have to make sense of that. It doesn't even it's at this point, it's much like Kevin Owens. And I think you said this. It was like, yo, Drew McIntyre becoming the new Kevin Owens. Because why keep putting them in prime spots if they're never going to go over on the champ or just over to win the feud? It's not making a great case of so many superstars can be world champion, or at any moment, you know, the champ has a target on his back. He has so many people to fend off, because it's like, well, if you keep throwing the same two out there and they keep losing, it must be pretty sweet out here.
Yeah, like, unless we're about to get some cool stipulation matches other than, hey, now if you get disqualified,
right?
Like, all right, man, whatever. I don't really care about that, but You said that it was some seeds sown when it comes to Cody Rhodes and a heel turn. Um, if you were to predict heel turn cometh for Cody Rhodes, what does that look like for you? When does that happen?
It's going to happen in his next title match for sure. And I think it's going to be a situation where Cody is going to flat out cheat, and everybody's got to look differently. Like he's just going to hit somebody with the chair. Like, bro, you had to grab the chair and hit dude, like, because of the belt thing. Because look, even Michael Cole was caping and capping last night. It's like, well, Drew introduced the title into the match. I mean, I was like, all right, here we go. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So, all right. So for me, the other reason why I hope it's not Drew McIntyre, only because I want it to be maybe somebody that's a tweener or somebody that's a fan favorite, that's earned their way to the position. But Cody is just on some, man, get dude up out of here. And the match goes a little bit too much to his liking. And so he hits him with a belt, hits him with a chair or something, and gets up out of the match. I say the seeds are being planted also is because Cody Rhodes took the John Cena heel finisher, which was the belt from the corner. And he's been using it ever since he beat John Cena. So I look at all of that and I say, yes, you could do this double turn with him and Drew McIntyre, but does it matter for Drew McIntyre too? Because obviously it's going to matter for Cody Rhodes. So for me, if you're going to turn Cody Rhodes heel, somebody needs to benefit off of being a face with a new opportunity ahead of him. And that opportunity not being necessarily Cody Rhodes and beating him for the title, unless they can make it make sense. But a new star needs to be created if we're going to turn Cody Rhodes heel. That's how I'm feeling today.
All right. So I know we're going to be talking about this a little bit more in the next coming weeks as we get to Survivor Series. Let's move on to Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton was hurt. And Nick Aldis was like, sure you want to do it? She's like, yeah, I want this.
Yeah. And that's when you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's when you know what's going to happen. She's like, yeah, I want this. Her voice was just, let me just say her voice was just getting them on the,
I'm the champion.
Yes, and she ain't the champion no more. Jade Cargill, and we can say this was a squash.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
This is a squash. She ended that shit like it was supposed to be. Jade Cargill, the new women's champion on SmackDown. I know that I won't say a critic of Jade Cargill. I won't use the word critic, but you have said that there's some things you needed to see.
Yep.
Have you seen them? And what are your thoughts on them pushing the button on her becoming champ?
Hey, you know what? And I said this last night in real time off the St. Eyes too, by the way. Oh. Jade Cargill looked great last night. That was a really great match for her. I like that they stopped trying to make her like the fast, athletic, or let's just call it what it is, the other Bianca Belair, because that's not her strength. But I was even telling Krista this last night. I was like, this girl just did 3 fall-away slams in a row. I ain't seen a Samoan or JBL do that. Then she hit her with like 2 or 3 power bombs. I was like, oh, hey, like, I don't know if everybody's watching this, but they trying to show us how great Jade Cargill's power cardio is. Because you don't just start throwing a woman around over your head and dropping her to the mat three times a piece. And that's just that. I'm like, she really kicking Tiffany ass. And I liked how it was very slow and methodic. Great job of Tiffany on making it look like she literally got the life beat out of her. But she's a fighting champion. For me, as far as championships go, it's very reminiscent of Mark Henry, Randy Orton.
Mm.
And I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. What up, Russ? I'm not mad at that at all because that probably should be the Jade Cargill lane. And if they're gonna do that with her, then she can keep the belt for a year, in my estimation, or until ever they want to hit that button, and we all know what that button is.
That I did not think of. The Mark Henry, Randy Orton thing. It wasn't necessarily surprising to see Mark Henry win. It was more surprising to see how he won.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, whoa. He did it once and get up. All right. Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Randall, for
Yeah.
letting that ride in the way that it did. So no, that's an interesting thought right there. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, man.
I did love the squash though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
If her knee was going to be hurt, if they was going to use this, the one thing that I did not want is for them to be like, oh, she overcame the power
Yeah.
of such and such, and she won. No.
Yeah.
Get her the fuck up out of here. And that's what Jade Cargill did, which
Yeah.
leads me to my question to you. Now, when do you push the Bianca Belair button? Do you wait? Do you let Jade Cargill get off a couple of victories and stuff? Maybe it's Nia Jax because it seems like those two are always going at each other, right? They always going at each other, and it seems like that's a feud that ain't been activated.
Yeah.
And you got other women on the roster, of course. Do you let her get a couple of wins under the belt and then say, "Woo, black women at WrestleMania, black women at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
black women at WrestleMania," or do you get this out the way now?
Oh man. So I do think you gotta let it cook for some, you know what I'm saying? Because it's Jade Cargill, and I think one thing we know, this ain't even no thought. We know that people want to see her, and we know that Triple H really wants this plan to work, like the superstar pathway for her to work, because she's been very vocal about it. Look, she was on AEW and was on the Breakfast Club talking about what she wanted to do. So we already know that if she can get over as far as fanfare with the universe, the rocket is on her back, and she's gonna pull a Dwayne Johnson, which, hey, super okay with that. For me, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill does have to happen, but I am more than okay if they got that somewhere along the road to WrestleMania. Right now, with the way they got Jade Cargill looking, they can have her close out the year just beating up all the other girls on SmackDown instead of getting this 3-woman race of just her, Tiffany, and Nia just constantly. No, we need somebody else, like her versus B-Fab, her versus Meechin, her versus I forget homegirl, not Julia, but that other little nice one. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Let me not get off. Yeah. So
Nubian Queen.
you know what I'm saying. But I think this is time to let her cook. The women's division is doing really good, but they do need another dominant, like, just character. And since that's not Nia anymore, and it's not necessarily Rhea Ripley anymore, let's build up the new one, and that new one is Jade Cargill.
Got you. Let's go. So Jade versus Jade. I think the world wouldn't mind that at all. Let's just say that. We don't think that the world would mind those two going against each other at all. Let's go to the Intercontinental Championship match. Penta, Rusev, Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio goes over. Am I wrong in saying that the biggest superstar in 2026 in the WWE will be Dominic Mysterio?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all, because I thought he was losing last night. So this was a shock. This was a shocker to me. And it wouldn't, and I didn't say he was gonna lose just to be because he hasn't been a good champion or whatever. I just thought they were gonna give that nod to Penta since he already had a belt. But last night, actually the last 2-3 weeks, Dominic Mysterio is definitely becoming a major superstar. And it's already difficult to keep him in the Judgment Day. This is a difficult thing because now he keeping the faction hot. Oh, I shouldn't disrespect JD like that because he's going crazy. but between them two, JD and Dom, like, they are why the Judgment Day matters. But Dominic Mysterio is obviously ascending over everything Judgment Day right now, to the point where even if I forget sometimes he's holding the AAA and the Intercontinental Championship, it's like, you expect to see him anyway. Like now he's making the titles. The titles have officially not made him. So it's his 2026. Barring that he stay healthy, man, it might get crazy.
I'm gonna say, yeah, he's definitely that. I think in some way, shape, or form, he'll be face after WrestleMania. Matter of fact, here's my guaranteed prediction. I won't say a guarantee, but I will say this is a guaranteed prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's going to be a father versus son match for the AAA Championship at WrestleMania between Rey Mysterio Jr. or Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. I also think it's going to be a mask versus hair match too.
Okay.
And I think that Dominic Mysterio is going to retire his dad. But he's going to be overcome with emotion. And you're going to see one of those Macho Man Miss Elizabeth moments. You can see one of those Ultimate Warrior, this means more than this joints.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's when the turn is going to happen. It's going to happen at WrestleMania. He's going to retire his dad.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to be emotional and embrace, because I just unmasked my daddy and ended him. But I love this man, and I'm not who I am without him. Then they're going to hug, and Ray's going to put over his son. And then Finn going to be like, the fuck is this, fam? What? What? I thought I was... Forget him. He's like, no, bro, muchacho, that's my dad, fam. At the end of the day, boom, boom, boom. They're going to kick his ass out of the Judgment Day. On that next Monday. He going to get kicked out of the Judgment Day on WrestleMania Monday, because he embraced his daddy and he embraced being a Mysterio. You know, he retired his dad, and his dad out here with the fresh baldy and shit, still looking like he 12 years old. That's my son, and I'm proud of my son. And that's going to drive Dominic Mysterio into being the biggest face of 2026.
Wow. Hey, I like that, because what's as Russ kind of leans into the point about Dominic Mysterio is officially a Guerrero. What I like about what he's doing is, because body type wise he's undersized, Eddie Guerrero's antics literally fit his character and demeanor perfectly, and he's getting over doing it, which is even greater. Dominic Mysterio being a face is literally what, I forget what promo it was, but it's really what John Cena and Cody Rhodes was talking about, like, just over the year, like, who's gonna be the next one that can really do it all. Oh no, you know what? I finally saw that Unreal. Yeah, I saw it like a couple of weeks ago, and it made me think, like, as they were talking about this, and they were talking about Jey Uso, obviously. I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Dominic Mysterio is like that, like right now, like he's that right now, and he's doing it with zero fear of being blown up on the entrance. So, to your point with what you're saying, Dominic Mysterio is doing this with usually the guys that they pair you with when creative has nothing for you. You know, it was like, oh, well, you know, Rusev, he's strong, and Sheamus, or, you know, Penta, like, and it's not that they're bad or anything, but it's just like, you just know that they're not the guys next in line to go after Seth Rollins or to go after CM Punk for the world title. But he's making that whole mid card. Dominic Mysterio is making the mid card right now. So, yeah, him being the biggest face of 26, literally, why wouldn't happen, especially if the way that you're speaking of. That would be great. That would be great for both of them.
Yeah, and let me say, even though I said all that, Rusev was the MVP of last night's match.
For sure. No, he
I
got
felt
busy.
like I was watching old Rusev.
No, he got busy.
So he got busy last night. Final match of the night, CM Punk, Jey Uso, as expected in my opinion, and well-deserved, considering what's been going on. CM Punk is your new World Heavyweight Champion over there. Let me first say this. I said that Seth Rollins elevated the belt above the Undisputed Championship. Now I think we're on the same level. I think we're on the same level with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes being the champion and everything. But it's more about what happened afterwards. On Instagram stories, Jey Uso posted on his account, "Y'all win," with a middle finger. So, considering what we've said on this podcast, it only makes sense for Jey Uso really to be the head of division. If we're looking at everything and we're looking at history, we've said that if he's the heir apparent, if he's the next man up, and all that stuff that Roman has talked about, then Jey Uso would probably need to be. But it's also a Roman factor in here. Roman, and I don't think we got a chance to talk about it as much as we would have liked. We did mention it though, but we didn't get into it as we would have liked, even though it's still the funniest thing that I heard in wrestling in 2025. I love you, but I don't want to see y'all till Christmas. That means Roman Reigns ain't going to be at the Survivor Series.
Nope, not at all.
He ain't going to be there, right? What does this mean for Jey Uso? He's still one of the more popular figures. You can put up that whole YouTube screenshot that it was more people that hated this shit than liked it and all of that.
Yeah.
When I continuously see the crowd do this shit, when we consistently see the crowd yeet, when we consistently see him do the song over again and they do it again, they love this man. But I've also said on this platform right here, Jey Uso is at his die Rocky die moment. At his die Rocky die time. So I do believe going heel to come back to being face is perfect for him. But what say you after hearing that? He like, y'all win. What we doing here?
So there is there's an obvious like conundrum here, right? Because Jey Uso wasn't expected to be the biggest face of the company at any point in the last 2 years. But the First Black Champ podcast told you that first, so make sure you never forget that. But now we're in a space where Jey Uso is not as great solo as he was with the Bloodline and with the Usos, and that's after a world title run. So this is the difficult piece, because even though the Usos got back together on some one night only type stuff, It didn't look or feel the same, man. It just did not look or feel the same. It's to me, it feels like it would have been the equivalent of after after Bret Hart lost the title to Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, the Hart Foundation was back. And it was like, we can't really do that now. not as previously constructed. Let's get Pillman, let's get Bulldog, let's get Owen. Like, we can't make this because like now it looks crazy. Like I'm sitting here next to Jimmy Anvil Neidhart, and I just headlined WrestleMania and lost the belt, right? And to me, that's what Jey Uso is in right now. So in my mind, he almost has to turn heel to maybe take some of the heat off of him. But he's one of the few people, like, old school rules truly got to be in effect. Like, they're going to have to get rid of his music. But the thing is, you get rid of his music to turn him heel. Is he over? See, that I think the universe is right and wrong about Jey Uso. I think they're right because we see it with our own eyes. You can't, unless y'all about to tell me they CGing everybody doing this, and now CGing everybody doing this, then he has to keep doing this until people just don't care or turn 21. Like something has to happen. Something has to happen with that. But then on the flip, though, we are tired of seeing Jey Uso and he losing main events, and his finisher is never protected. Once he ran the gamut of the super kick, the spear, and the splash, and CM Punk kicked out, I'm like, okay. Because shit, you could have beat Kane with that. Like in 99. You could have beat Kane with that. So that wasn't that does him no favors. And then they did the sequence where he used the move that got him the world title. And CM Punk get out of that. So now, if you are just even partially savvy in regards to wrestling, right? You're looking at this like, well, yeah, maybe he is just an entrance because I know he's not going to win this match. Like, I know he's not going to win this match. So is it really just about the entrance? And truthfully, that's something that Jay has to answer, but he'll have to answer it with better promos, new finisher, or just we hit the switch and they start protecting this finisher because, unfortunately, Jey Uso is still wrestling like a tag team wrestler. He's doing half of the Uso moves. And well, Russ just said it. Like he needs to expand and do something different if he's truly going to be different, because we got a different character and we've got different fanfare. And his music was taking his brother off and adding a hand wave. So he needs to go full circle and change the in-ring as well as the promo. And maybe we all meet in the same world where all of this makes sense for him.
Jey Uso got to stop sounding like me after I ran a mile.
All right.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Oos like that.
Yeah.
That's one. Donnie's right. I don't understand why him or Jimmy don't use the Rikishi driver.
Hey.
Man, use your daddy shit. You know what I'm saying? 3, I want us what we have not seen. Just thinking about this. What we have not seen is Vicious Jimmy and Vicious Jay.
Mm-hmm.
That's at least we have a next step there. And I mean as a solo, not as a duo. I mean as a solo for each of them.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the three of them, I'm gonna use three of them,
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy, Jay, and Solo, has too much humor in their character
Mm-hmm.
for me to take them seriously as someone to fear.
Mm-hmm.
That is the next step for one of the three.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make them fear you or hate you. We never hated the Usos. We probably hated them more when they had that shit on their face. But we've never hated the Usos.
That's
We've
true.
never really hated Solo. You know who we
Yeah.
hated? Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Roman made you hate him. So when I hear Roman says there's only one way, it's Roman telling them they not supposed to like you.
Mm-hmm.
And you not supposed to care if they do or not.
Mm-hmm.
The only way this works is if and only if the family stays together and stick together. And at the very least, have one common goal. You can hate me, you can like me, but we all need one common goal is the family.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go up in this match. And you see Jay kind of was telling Jimmy that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck LA Knight. Fuck CM Punk.
Right. Yeah.
Yo, I need this shit. Focus me.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy was like, yeah, I feel you, but they looked out. Fuck them.
Right.
Don't care. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Right.
All right, we've moved on. To me, that was the first sign of Jimmy understanding what Roman has been telling him,
Mm-hmm.
which is, hey, man, nah, we have to move on from that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to focus on us. And if we ain't gonna focus on us, I'm gonna focus on me.
Mm-hmm.
Or be around people that's going to focus on me. So, if Jay Uso's gonna put on Instagram, y'all won with a middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need no pop locking. I don't need no yeeting. Pause. I don't need him being next to some 10-year-old kid from Allentown, PA.
No.
I need him whooping CM Punk's ass
Mm-hmm.
on Monday. And Roman coming at the top of the ramp. I need Jay Uso to be what I know Jay Uso can be. Ruthless, heartless, not giving a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I need him to be an updated version of every Samoan that we've ever seen in wrestling when they've been a heel.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't have a bone in your nose and wrestle with no feet. I need him to be a Samoan savage.
Mm. But question for you. If he was to change the intro, does Jay Uso really have the win to do that? Like,
Oh, he got to change the intro. It can't be, it's just me, Oos. Day
yeah.
one-ish. No, it just like when The Rock
Mm-hmm.
went from, and you smell what The Rock is cooking? Gotta, boom. No, we need a more sinister,
Mm-hmm.
angry theme song for Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Jay need to wear that ulafala around his neck. He needs to look at the camera pissed every time he comes out. Walk slow down the ring, methodical.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he needs to be a Samoan savage.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Samoan fun guy. Not
Right.
a get along gang member. Not open the door. Open the door. No, I need him to be the person that does this. That does this. He beats the shit out of CM Punk. Roman's music come down, and we think Roman is the person who's pulling the cards on the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then he whoops Roman ass. And he stands in the middle of that ring with CM Punk and Roman Reigns on the ground. So now you can still have that, it's just me, oos.
Yeah.
But you can have it in a different form. Then
Yeah.
Jimmy come out and be like, oh shit, y'all created a monster. I know my brother. Y'all think y'all know my brother. Roman, you think you know my brother. Because we grew up together. I'm his twin. I'm the yin to his yang. Y'all see me, fun, getting along. That's the yin. He's the yang. And we've been trying to keep that shit in. Y'all don't want him to be what y'all think y'all want him to be. Because he is a Samoan savage.
Yeah, no, I like it. Because Jimmy he's just not a heel, man. Everybody loves Jimmy Uso, man. Because he can't do
baby
it.
On the way.
Yeah. But just even when he doing like the tough thing, like it's just like, man, you fuck with Jimmy. It's like, oh, come on, man. Jimmy, don't do that, man. Come on, bro.
From City of God.
You know?
He Benny from City of God. He's the dude in the hood that everybody loves. No matter what.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's Jimmy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But but much like the in-ring product, Jay got to get those promos up too, man. Like, I don't know. This week with CM Punk has been good for him, but I really hope that Jay Uso and CM Punk are friends in real life, because there's so much of CM Punk that just knowledge and game that he can maybe give Jay if he's going to do this face thing, that he definitely is going to need some help with. Because and success aside, Roman can't show Jay how to be a great face champion, because he wasn't a great face champion. But somebody's got to, like, boy, to catch lightning in a bottle like that. And even with the product being he's riding out a wave. But yeah, it's time now. It's time, because as we said, Dominic Mysterio actually should have been doing some of these Jey Uso matches and winning them. and it's more than obvious right now.
Exactly. Now, what does this mean for SummerSlam? Like, when we look at SummerSlam, we was thinking possibly, maybe, that a lot of this will set the tone for SummerSlam. Don't seem like it to me.
Yeah.
And this is War Games. Like, what group of people hate each other enough for both the men and the women to say, hey, we're going to have a War Games match?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like, but see, because I know they want to do War Games, but honestly, this year, more of traditional Survivor Series matches are set up. Like, there should be Team Damian Priest versus Team Aleister Black. There should be a Miz team and the Carmelo Hayes team. There should be a Cody and Drew team. You know, the Wyatt Six versus whoever. Like Becky Lynch and Maxine Dupree should have teams. To me, that's what should be happening this year. But if they're gonna press War Games, I don't know, man. I don't even like, the factions ain't even beefing as factions. So I literally don't know who. Like, I don't know. You know? So I like, what's my girl name? Stephanie Vakir and Roxanne should have teams with Big Mommy Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
they're doing it. That's what's in the advertising. They're doing it. That's why my guarantee, which I don't think is going to happen, but I did give a guarantee prediction, but I will give a guarantee here, is that on Monday Night Raw on Netflix, on November 3rd, Jey Uso is with the Vision.
Interesting.
I don't see I don't see how you not do this at this point. Because y'all obviously didn't put Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in that battle royal for a reason.
Yeah.
Jey Uso wins. He loses. He says, y'all won. CM Punk gets squashed by him, and Roman Reigns comes out to try to show love, and he gets squashed by Jimmy. Jimmy acknowledges that his brother is the tribal chief, and he's his right-hand man. But you also got those other two right there. And if that is the case, then you have your four, at least your four, for War Games. The new version of Division versus CM Punk, Roman Reigns, find two more. There you go. And then everything else needs to be a traditional War Games match. Or, excuse me, traditional Survivor Series match. For the exception of who's going to face John Cena. Saturday night's main event. It's a tournament. They announced a tournament. Instead of just saying, hey, it's going to be Gunther, or it's going to be insert old head here, or insert young person here that we can use to get over. Then we're going to have a 16-man tournament picked randomly. And the winner of this tournament is going to face John Cena on Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C. in his last match. They said in the vignette, talents chosen at random from WWE Raw, WWE SmackDown, WWE NXT, and even maybe some talent who don't work for the company. So that could be some TNA folks, or maybe that's how we introduce Chris Jericho into the fold, or somebody else, not Edge, but somebody else from John Cena's past that could be in this tournament. What are your thoughts about a tournament that does not give you a title, does not even give you a number one contender, gives you a chance to wrestle John Cena?
Hey, one real quick. Hey, B-Dot, I am great. Google St. Ides raspberry tea and St. Ides peach tea and tell me you don't want to jump down. Now, for the tournament aspect, I honestly, I love this. I love this because of how they're painting the picture of, somebody's going to get the opportunity I got coming in as I'm going out. That's what she said. What I do like about this is that obviously the John Cena branding for the rest of the year, it matters. And they want to milk every John Cena dollar they can out of this. And I'm with you 1,000%. And since we know that he's literally got one match left and we're in November, what better way than to showcase some new talent, because this John Cena has always been that guy, right? They've always been the, hey, I want to let the guys that can really do this and can still go, or that need an opportunity, I want to make sure I put them in position to do that. I'm here to leave the place better than the way I found it. All those things that John Cena has said, especially over the last 6 to 8 years, I feel that they're culminating into this tournament. So I love that. Now, the other part for me is, does John Cena maybe make more appearances because of this? Or how is this being used? Because I think there's, from the way it's described, there's some wasted picks if Chris Jericho is in this. Like, it's a wasted pick if Edge is in this. So, to be real, I don't want to see anybody from John Cena's past in this tournament. I just want to see internet fodder, right? I want to see, oh man, I wish, or man, we never got or will never get type of matches. You dig, Russ? I'm telling you. So for me, when you talk about people not in the company, you know where my mind went to immediately? Adam Cole and Keith Lee. Not that we're totally getting the people that they were at that time, but even seeing those names in it, it's like, you know what? Maybe this is a good run to just see those guys in a different light one more time. To be real, even though I doubt it would ever happen, but I was thinking Kenny Omega even for that in that regard. And even though he's older and clearly nobody is really clamoring for it, the only person, if I had to pick one, would be The Miz. The Miz can be in the tournament. He doesn't have to win it, but I think that helps his character out as John Cena closes the door on his, and he has something to talk about in 2026. Yeah, other than that, only people at the oldest age I say is 35. I don't want to see anybody older than 35 in the tournament, if I'm keeping it real.
I am conflicted because I really don't want to see a tournament to wrestle John Cena on Saturday night's main event. I don't.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't is I want to see new people, but unless you about to tell me that Triple H is like, yo, you ain't gonna wrestle John Cena, but this your chance to get your joints off, and then you're gonna have somebody like, so I gotta get my joints off against Joe Hendry, nigga. See what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna use Chris Jericho because his name has been burning as the person that as a person that will be signing with the WWE very soon and should be making an appearance very soon. Mm-hmm. So you mean to tell me I got to see Chris Jericho wrestle 3 times before he wrestled John Cena?
Yeah, it ain't worth it.
I got to see Chris Jericho versus Edge. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. Mm-hmm. I got to see Chris Jericho versus Gunther in the finals. I mean, that's a match I want to see. I don't give a shit that you wrestle John Cena. Like, that's your prize.
Yeah.
I got to see Obafemi versus Kane. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't mind the tournament.
Okay.
I just mind a tournament to face somebody where you're not gonna get a prize other than just being able to say you wrestled John Cena in your last match.
That makes sense.
Like, cause look, Carmelo in the vignette they had Carmelo on there. They had Bronson Reed. They showed Braun Breaker in that joint. When you look at NXT, I'm thinking Obafemi. I'm thinking Trick Williams. You had mentioned Trick Williams as somebody you think that could be a person that wrestles sometimes. So Ricky Saints probably is in there. Somebody that's not on any brand, but I would not be shocked or surprised. Let me just say this. I wouldn't be shocked or surprised he loses first round. I wouldn't be shocked and surprised if he's the person. Omos.
Oh. Yes. Oh, now see. Hold on.
Go ahead.
If we do that, then this is a wash. Respectfully, because first of all, putting a 7-foot person in a tournament is just it's a waste of time. It's a 1v1 against the giant. Yeah, of course he gonna win. I mean, even they can't mess that up, even though obviously whatever they were doing with him and Edge, like they just had him going over on everybody. Omos, everybody's going over on Omos, but no, you do that, then he should just show up at Saturday night's main event and like skull crush whoever won it, and then that's the match. Like, don't even.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
you got
like
Omos,
don't put him in a tournament.
You you got Omos in Japan and you got Omos in Mexico, that's scaring people. It's a big, tall black dude. He's walking slow to the ring. Right?
Right.
So then you bring him over. It's like how they did Vader back in the day. Like remember they had Vader back in the day when he had came to WCW, but he had to dip to finish up his shit over there.
Yeah.
Then he comes back, and when he comes back, he got the mask with the spots out and shit, and showing him put the elephant tusk, and they made a whole vignette of that shit, and they were talking about how he was in Japan whooping everybody's ass and shit. That's the vignette that they already gonna do it. And then let's think about it like this: you fuck around and bring some people back we ain't seen, like you be like, what's my man name? Otis. Like we ain't seen Otis.
Oh yeah.
They mess around and bring somebody back. Otis wants a chance, and then you had them in video. Yeah, it'll be an honor to wrestle. No, I don't want that shit. No, make a choice, y'all.
We'll see.
Make a choice.
Well, here. Well, what about this? As the way they're presenting it, isn't somebody in the tournament supposed to be the John Cena that walked out and slapped Kurt Angle in the face? And isn't that what this is actually supposed to breed? Like, because
yes and no.
Okay. Because to me, you can't, like, if this is just to be in John Cena's ring, it's a blessing and a pleasure. We did that with Sami Zayn. I don't want to see that again. Like, somebody got to come in here and be like, yo, we about to take the trash out. Like, I'm about to dump that Cena on his neck, get him the fuck out of here.
That's my whole point. Why the fuck we... Okay, let me answer your question. Let me answer your question. To answer your question, could this be similar to John Cena coming out against Kurt Angle? It's a yes and no. The reason why it's no, though, is because Vince McMahon said, yo, I'm looking for somebody with ruthless aggression, and then he came out with some generic-ass music and slapped Kurt Angle and almost pinned him. He didn't have to wrestle 3 times for the opportunity to do it. He just took it. The problem is that I don't think they've identified that person to be the John Cena that debuted against Kurt Angle. And part of that is strictly because wrestling is too visible. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You gonna do that with Obafemi? No. We've seen Obafemi. We know that man is dangerous. You gonna do that with Trick Williams? He's a multiple-time NXT and TNA champion. You gonna do that with Ricky Starks? He's the current champion. So you really can't do that because we know these people been successful. And you know the main reason why we can't do it? The main reason why we can't do it is, quite honestly, this would be the person that I would pick to be John Cena's final opponent if that man was healthy. Kevin Owens. Because the one time somebody did that, they became the United States champion in their first match, defeating who?
John Cena.
And the only other person who did that, not defeating John Cena, but he did go on and Carlito.
Yeah, I was gonna say
So
with the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, so Carlito and Kevin Owens already did that.
And he gave him some veteran advice at the end of the
match. And the difference between Carlito and Kevin Owens in this case is Carlito was in OVW. So we didn't see him. Kevin Owens was the NXT champion. We saw him. So when we heard Kevin Owens' music, we was like, oh, shit. We was geeked. We just didn't expect to win on the first joint.
No, for sure.
So you mean to tell me that Obafemi, Trick Williams, or Ricky Starks is going to beat that? No, we've already seen that. And let's even think about The Undertaker. Remember, before The Undertaker streak was over, let's say when it was in his teens, in his mid-teens, Folks was like, yo, who can The Undertaker lose to? And people was like, yo, what about Ted DiBiase Jr.? And this would get him over. Remember that? Everybody was like, Ted DiBiase Jr. is the one. You also don't want an Austin Theory type situation. So I get the tournament. I get that part. But I don't think that you have to have a young person, a young up-and-comer, to wrestle John Cena and win or lose, put him over. That's why, to me, still, the only person, when we talk about everybody that's healthy, the only person that needs to go up, the only person that needs to go up against John Cena and build that bitch up is my man Gunther. Just do that. Have that man walk through and talk that talk like he was talking to Goldberg. He gonna give John Cena a match. John Cena chest gonna be red as hell. We gonna scare. We gonna be afraid for all of that stuff. And if Gunther win or lose, he's okay. But you can't put a person who's never won a belt up against John Cena on his last match. Just say, hey, we're giving somebody a shot. No, you got to give somebody like a Gunther the position, or LA Knight that position, or Solo that position, or Dominic Mysterio that position. You have to give somebody that's there. And this can help them, but it won't hurt them if they lose.
Well, so what you saying that you automatically got John Cena losing his last match.
Yep.
Oh, okay. See, because I don't.
99% of the time, when you retire, you lose your match. John Cena is a wrestling guy. He's a traditional wrestling guy. So John Cena losing and putting them sketchers in the middle of the ring, clapping it, crying, walking down that ramp, doing that shit, that is how wrestling's supposed to be. You don't supposed to win your retirement match. If that's the case, we wouldn't cry at Ric Flair.
Yeah.
So John Cena knows, and this is why I don't like this shit. John Cena know who he needs to put over, which this is why this could be the 1%. You just won 2 to 3 times to go wrestle against me. I'm going to give you a dope match. I'm going to win, though. I'm going to shake your hand. I'm going to still do all of the necessary shit. Peace out. But this tournament is to help your ass get over. Not get over on me, but just get over in general. This definitely smells like the 1%. But I am going to go with the 99% because the betting odds is better in this case.
Hey, listen, hey, he already said he retiring regardless. So to me, he's like, hey, y'all know I'm leaving. I'll stick to that. But you think I'm losing the way out of here? You out your fucking mind. Hey, but I totally do get. But now it does matter who makes the match now. It does matter because as a matter of fact, because we don't know yet, I'll give you my guarantee, and I'm only giving my this guarantee now is because if for some reason this person is in the tournament, I officially want him to win, and I wouldn't be mad if this guy beats John Cena or loses in great fashion. But I got JD McDonough taking the Intercontinental title off of Dominic Mysterio. Ooh. That's my guarantee. I don't know how it's going to get set up exactly. So I can't wait for Raw, to be real with you, like the next 2. But yeah, JD McDonough is on a roll. And the fact that he out there hard body and he want to fight Sheamus and do all this other craziness, and his stock has risen. So if it was anybody that was visible that I could see right now to put in this tournament and to win this tournament, my money's actually on him. more than it was on Trick Williams earlier in the year when I was talking about that. More than LA Knight, because I'm still not quite sure what LA Knight even gains from wrestling in John Cena's last match and or beating John Cena's last match, seeing as how he can't seem to win all the other matches for titles that he's had this year. But for me, I don't see anybody that we knew was there, but is catching a perfect storm and coming up right now that I would want to see more in a match with John Cena in his last match. If we're giving somebody else new an opportunity, if that's the operative word, new opportunity for a rising star or for a star that's already in the world wrestling of just ecosystem, I want it to be JD McDonough for what he's done over this year.
Not talking about people that are contractually obligated with any companies outside of TNA.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody outside of the WWE, not in AEW,
Mm-hmm.
not signed to AEW, is there anybody that you would like to see in this tournament?
I mean, you know me, and this would not happen. But you know, I'm dying for my guy Thrillbilly to get a shot on one of these main rosters. I'm dying for that to happen. It's my man Silas. You know what I'm saying? He's also I forget. Well, hey, you know what? Hey, listen. No gas, no joke. Matt Cardova. I don't know. I don't quite know his status, but yeah, them the two. Yeah. Yeah, Matt and Silas. That as far as everybody that's just out, that it will even look realistic for them coming through and winning. Yeah, those are my top two. I threw Keith Lee and Adam Cole out there, but that's just me saying like, damn, they missed the window just by leaving. They could have got snuck in here somehow this year, I believe. Had things just went different with them staying with the company.
I love the Thrillbilly joint. Like, I know that the WWE has done something with NWA with Natty Neidhart being in a tournament. So I do love the Thrillbilly of one of the Southern Six in that joint. And the Matt Cardona to me is a foregone conclusion. You don't say people outside and Matt Cardona is not.
Right. Like he like the one that's outside.
He's not one of those people. Which is why the next person, the only other person I have to that, and I mentioned his name earlier, is Carlito. No, the whole stabbing thing, we got to relive that. We got to relive Carlito and Jesus stabbing John Cena in a nightclub in Boston. We got to have that conversation again. I don't think we really fully engaged in that in the way we should have engaged.
Yeah, that's a fact.
When that happened.
I gotta watch that again.
Why did y'all say that they stabbed him in a nightclub in Boston, out of all places? And then when you think about life in Boston with some football players, you know, that reportedly, you know, I think there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about as far as Carlito being in this tournament. Come back with this one night only joint. And let's go ahead and do this. And I see this name. This is about to sound wild how I'm about to say this. I don't give a fuck about no Zilla Fatu and this shit. No, look, y'all got to stop with bringing in the goddamn Samoan conversation. Like Zilla Fatu, I like him. I don't like him for this John Cena shit. Yeah. For what? What does Zilla Fatu gain in being in a tournament to wrestle John Cena?
Yeah.
What you gonna say? Now, if what y'all gonna say is this, well, John Cena used to wrestle his daddy Umaga. I still don't give a shit. Because he's not gonna wrestle John Cena.
Yeah.
See that when I say this, yeah, it's a caveat to it. Yeah, it's a caveat to it, but I think the caveat is common sense. Zilla Fatu lose. Let me say. Zilla Fatu lose to Carmelo Hayes. So he don't get to wrestle the dude that used to wrestle his daddy. The dude who choked his daddy with a foreign object to win a match. No. If you gonna tell me Zilla Fatu is gonna come up here and win, I might give you some grace off of the strength of the Creed series.
Hey, the Creed series is wild. That's the reason.
The strength of that. I'm gonna avenge my daddy. You beat him within an inch of his life. You choked him with a foreign object and that thing. All right, Zilla, did you beat up Jeff Hardy too? Like, you're gonna avenge everybody who wrestled. So I could see people like so basically, Zilla Fatu, thanks but no thanks, unless you're gonna win the tournament and they say, yo, you get to avenge your daddy for losing to John Cena all them times for the title. That ain't gonna happen. So I'm looking at people for nostalgia reasons that ain't gonna make it far in this shit in the first place. People like Carlito. People like Kane. Where Kane at? Other than, making laws and running with Trump and them. And Kane could come out. You know what I'm saying? Chris Jericho, he free. And that thing. But I think he would probably win it. Like Moose, do I really care? Moose wants a chance to wrestle John Cena. Oh, fuck. Like, who else I could think of that had like JBL is too old. He's too old.
Yeah.
When we talking about Giants, like John Cena when it gets his share Giants. Great
Never.
Ali can't never.
Never. That's the ugliest wrestler in life. And no.
No, we not. None of that. Like, there anybody else that we missing? That he ain't wrestled already? Or has some type of history?
Yeah. No, I think that's it as far as I think active or can be active. I think that's it. But yeah, super done. And Triple H, don't you bring your ass out there either.
Yeah, he gonna die.
Yeah, Batista, nope. You neither.
No, John, Batista, your size.
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy with mad tats.
We're gonna find somebody. What, we're gonna find somebody from AEW? I mean, not AEW. Excuse me, OVW. Like all of the people, real talk. Unless y'all make a deal with AEW, the two that I would love to see wrestle John Cena to close out his career is Edge. But low key, the person I would love to see John Cena go up against is somebody that John Cena was connected to at the very beginning of his career.
Oh.
That's Samoa Joe.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bull Buchanan.
Nah.
Oh, you want Bull Buchanan versus John Cena in 2025?
Nah, but they trained and worked together in California. If you really want to take it back, and if we heard the music, we'd be like, oh, shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's Samoa Joe. That's the person who I would love to see wrestle John Cena at the end of his career. That's Samoa Joe.
I got you.
Bull Buchanan, you wild, fam.
Hey, listen.
And we say this, but wait a minute. But we say this shit now. And we fuck around and hear Bull Buchanan's music.
Booyah!
And that's what we don't want to see. Like, You got 16 people, and one of the 16 people you gonna have up there is Bull Buchanan. So man, you know what's gonna happen? It's the same thing that happened at the No Limit Cash Money joint. Will be the same thing that happened if Bull Buchanan come out. Hey, who the fuck is that? I don't remember this. What?
Oh,
Where the
no.
new songs at? Where the new songs at? Like,
No.
nah, we need that.
Mm.
You need to call. Hey, for me, you go back to the beginning of that man career, and that's somebody that the WWE universe knows, they fear, and they would get excited for. They would pop for. Samoa Joe versus John Cena. Because let's be real, this is not the Royal Rumble that this is happening at.
Yeah.
This ain't Survivor Series this is happening at.
Mm-hmm.
This is not SummerSlam or WrestleMania, Jack. This is Saturday night's main event. I bet it's going to be the highest rated show on Peacock. Highest stream joint. I bet. But yeah, give me John Cena versus Samoa Joe, and you explain how these two people go back. They trained with each other. They went their separate ways. One went to TNA and became a TNA legend. The other went to the WWE and became a WWE legend. And they paths never crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they were at the top of their franchises. But now, for the first time on national television, these two dudes that train with each other now go up against each other. One for the first time and for one last time. Now, Tony Khan will never do that. That's why Edge ain't coming over here. That's why Samoa Joe ain't coming over here. Frankie Kazarian, I think, is going to be in the tournament for this very reason. Because who also trained with John Cena and Samoa Joe? Frankie Kazarian. So it would not shock me and surprise me if he's in this tournament.
Okay.
For the very reason that I just explained. But it don't matter if he's in the finals. He's going to wrestle Carmelo Hayes, and Carmelo Hayes is going to win. He's going to go to the second round.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, it is. Well, look, man, we will see, however, what's going to happen, because this tournament is supposed to start on November 10th.
Yeah.
And we will see what is going to happen. But, man, a tournament? Is there somebody outside of somebody we named like Great Khali that has a history with John Cena that you might be like, oh, get the fuck up out of here?
Oh, get out of here? Oh, man, that list. That might go on for a minute. For me, well, honestly, I would have felt this way, but Wade Barrett and Sheamus, they come to my mind.
Oh, they gonna be in there.
Yeah, even though
Sheamus is gonna be in there.
yeah, see, yeah, I'm super straight on that. You know, honestly, it's just that other tier of when the John Cena run, like when people started getting sick of John Cena, overall, it's just all of those people. So again, you know, Sheamus, Wade Barrett, Batista, but that was also like the Chris Masters era, Kenny Dykstra era. But I want the real fade. I want the real life fade. Some of those, like Brad Maddox. Like, yeah, well, you know, Dolph Ziggler. See, if Jonathan wants to fight Nicholas, I'm here.
Hey, Dolph Ziggler is in TNA.
But I don't want to see Dolph wrestle. I don't want to see Dolph Ziggler or Nick Nemeth, the wrestler, wrestle John Cena. I want Jonathan to fight Nicholas outside of the arena because, I don't really like how you disrespected me and took my girl. I don't like. I want that. Hey, look, now John Cena versus Nexus. You know what I'm saying? Get Darren Young out there, Daniel Bryan, all of them. You know, hey, Ryback. So, you know, and look, the run is the run, man. John Cena did what he could and did what he had to do, man. But yeah, I don't honestly, I don't know. We've whether we ruined the memory lane trip or not this summer or not, I'm just not here for the nostalgia. Like, give us one good shock to the system to close out 2025 with John Cena, win or lose. I mean, I'm just here for that. I'll say that. I don't even I like the concept of the tournament. I like what it could mean, but I also want them to do it really right. And for me, maybe you got 8 people that have faced them before, but it should be 8 people that have never faced them before that they thinking by 2030 they're gonna be one of them ones. You throw them in the tournament. You know, this would have been a great opportunity for people like Enzo and Cass to break up and be in the tournament. You know, back in the day. So something like that. Other than that, I'm good.
Well, look, man, we will see what happens and when this happens. But the tournament is going on. We've said some guarantees and everything as well, so I think we all good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all keep a lookout, man. If when JD McDonough faced Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title, just remember the first Black Champ podcast told you first. So you know what I mean. Let me see. What if The Rock come in and said, "F who won the tournament? You wrestle me." Now that I'm canceling every subscription that has wrestling. I'm unsubscribing from the WWE YouTube if they do that. I won't even lie to you. The one match that I truly never wanted to see, but definitely don't want to see again, is The Rock versus John Cena. Hey, bang, no, I was mad as hell when they announced that the main event for the next year was going to be Rock versus Cena after WrestleMania, like right after it. I was pissed. So I definitely don't want to see that shit again. Never. But we appreciate y'all checking out the show today. And every day, every week that you come in and you check out the First Black Champ podcast, man, know that you are greatly appreciated. Tupac voice. You know what I mean? You and all of you with your likes, comments, shares, rumor, innuendo, suggestions, and predictions. All of it make the FBC community what it is. And for that, we sincerely and humbly thank you. So just remember, if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. It's the pick with the VP, DOC, and we are out. And he better not be in the tournament.
We ain't seen him. We saw Ciampa. So what if we do see Johnny wrestling in the tournament?
And because he definitely shouldn't be in the tournament, fuck Johnny wrestling. Fuck his entry.